Welcome to JBSports. I'm your host, Jonathan Burton, and today we are going to get into some NBA, some Commanders, and then some MLB. First, NBA, probably not too much to talk about, but Kyle Lowry re-signs with the 76ers. I think that's a good re-sign for them. They already have some point guard, so Kyle Lowry's just that veteran point guard you want. He doesn't do bad for them. They just got Paul George, so it's important that you keep some of those smaller stars in the back. I wouldn't say Kyle Lowry's a star anymore, but I'd say that more it's just good to have that veteran presence there, as you don't have that kind of veteran presence with just Embiid for the point guard, so I think Kyle Lowry's good for Tyrese Maxey to have there. We just got another, Cade Cunningham. He is getting paid. Man has a 5-year, $224 million contract. The Pistons, that's the one thing you're holding on to, because the Pistons are not looking too good. Their roster is like last year. It became a thing where it's like you're the team that doesn't want to lose to the Pistons because their losing streak was just so bad. They had the big players were Asir Thompson, who can be actually really good. Him and his brother are both really good. Cade Cunningham, who they just re-signed. You got Tobias Harris now. That's actually really big for them. It's not the Tobias Harris a few years ago where he was really good, but maybe he can do some more with an open role here. Jaden Ivey, I think he's a little slept on, but the most important thing was signing Cade Cunningham back, which he got an absolute bag. People hate on Cade Cunningham a lot. I don't get it. I think he has not been dealt a very good position. Not saying not like his actual position, but what he's been given as a Detroit Piston. He's gotten so unlucky with the team he has. I think the Pistons could actually be really good if they had a better team built, but I think their front office also, I just think their GMs aren't the best. They just don't work well on offense. I think they need more chemistry. I think that's why they need to just stick to drafting and not sign too many other people. At this point, it doesn't really matter because how bad they are, but the Rockets were in that spot a few years ago where they were the worst team basically. I think if they just keep drafting, gain some chemistry, make it so their starting five has better chemistry and their bench makes better chemistry and it just actually fits well and it's not just teams thrown in there together. I think the Pistons could be way better than they are now. Ron Holland, who they drafted with the 5th pick, I think he can be very good, a good forward for them. Kind of fits in that starting role because at the point they don't have a starting 5 set already just because they're rebuilding. You want to just throw in the pieces that make sense. You don't want to rush people, but they're mostly just going to be young pieces for now on just because how many times they've drafted a top 10 player recently. So they can really mesh it well, like I said, get chemistry, and they'll be pretty good if they just stick together. Other than that, there's not too much. It's just been a lot of jokes. Bronny, he hasn't been doing the best. He hasn't been doing the worst. But he's still kind of getting trolled on by a bunch of old players, new players. Kawhi Leonard opted out of the USA Olympic team, and Derek White is stepping in for him, so that's good for him. I think Derek White, honestly, is a very good player. He stepped out this year really well to help the Celtics. He's a big piece in that championship run. But Another thing with the U.S. Olympics, the select team, Cooper Flagg, he did really good in that. He did really good in the like scrimmage thing they had. I was really impressed with like what he did. I mean, of course, like they're not gonna go full on because it's like a scrimmage, so they're not going to fully try. So it's a little more lax. But Cooper Flagg did pretty good for himself, even if it was a scrimmage. So next, my Commanders. Mike Sandstrill is training with Darryl Green. Darryl Green, probably my favorite or one of my favorite Commanders of all time. He was really important for some of the championships we won, like a Super Bowl. One reason we got there was because Darryl Green had a very important return against Chicago where he actually pulled a muscle in his, I think, ribs, somewhere around there. But he tore, so he did, I think pulled, maybe tore. But he didn't get to play in the Super Bowl, but he's one of the big reasons we got there. Another story, Sam Cosmi. He's doing really good in training camp. He's showing improvements. He was one of the best linemen last year near the end of the year. And he, I think, rated top 5 in, I forgot what category it was, but it was an important one. So it's good to see one of our linemen at least getting some praise because we don't have a lot of linemen that get praise ever except our old linemen back in the day because our new line, the only players we should talk about were Brandon Sheriff, got really bad really quick when he got old. Trent Williams, we traded away to San Francisco, so we don't get a lot of lineman praise, but Sam Cosmi is becoming one of those linemen. Next, at the ESPY Awards, our boy Jaden Daniels wins for the best men's collegiate athlete. We love to see it. Jaden Daniels already getting the awards. Let's just hope he can do that for us in the NFL. I think Jaden Daniels can be very good. I've said this multiple times. I've also said multiple times, training camps, OTAs, it's a lot different than a game, so he could be amazing in those, but it has to translate to a game. So we will see where that goes, but we're going to go into a little bit of what his primary goals are. One reporter asked Daniels what are his goals for his rookie season. He said, win as many games as possible and have fun while doing it. Try to shift the culture, go out there and have fun and compete. And then he said, try to help my team win the division. That's the main goal. We love to see it. We love to see a young quarterback want to win as much as possible. He doesn't want to just be there. He wants to win. He can do that for us. He can help us win a lot. He is the, cornerstone for our team now. He is the person who's going to lead us into Washington's future. Maybe another name change, which, I don't know. There's been a lot of rumors about that. Another name change, maybe. We got the gold pants back, which are cool, but we have a lot we need to fix on, but Jaden Daniels is the rock that's going to bring us there. He is the float for us. They also asked him about training camp and discussed the lessons he's learned from the veteran leaders. He said, really just learning everything from Marcus Mariota and Bobby Wagner. He said, really just learning everything, the ins and outs of the NFL. Daniel said, you're guaranteed 17 games, so being able to experience how to take care of your body mentally, physically, and spiritually, stuff like that. So I think it's really good that our veterans are helping Jaden Daniels out because they know Jaden Daniels is also the future of this team, so they want to help him out as much as possible, which is good because we need him to learn everything because we don't need another RG3 situation where he gets hurt or he can't. Not that RG3 couldn't handle it mentally, but sometimes he was just a little too, outspoken. He talked a little too much. Okay, Washington brings back their gold pants for the game. That's going to be there for the games. We love that. The gold pants are amazing. They look good in the pictures. Pause. It's good to have it back. Bring back some of Washington's old culture, old things that will make us be able to connect back to the Redskins name, but not have it back because I don't think we're ever going to get that back. Unfortunately, but that's just how it works. That's how life works. We just deal with it and move on. Commanders aren't a bad name. I didn't like it at first, but you learn to grow with it because at first I didn't like the Washington football team name, but you learn to grow with it. Um, Baseball, Paul Skenes, man is on a absolute tear. The other night he was named starting pitcher for the All-Star game. Rookie Paul Skenes, he's going crazy. The other night he had 11 strikeouts in 7 innings with no hits, and he got pulled out. That would have been crazy if he would have stayed in and got a no-hitter, but he's special. I think a lot of people think he's one of the best pitching prospects to come out into the MLB in a while. He is so good. He just he's really good. He's been setting records. He's been setting Pirates records. He's been setting rookie records. He is really good. I think he hasn't lost too many games either. But honestly, getting the start for the pitching for the rookie is really good. Pirates fans, you should be really happy you got him. He is the leading pitcher for your future. He's the leading pitcher now. He's going to be amazing for you guys forever. But yeah, the other day he struck out 11 in 7 innings. He generated 11 swinging strikes, including 5 on a sinker. He joins Nolan Ryan in the history, but bullpen blows no-hitter. He could have been there for no-hitter. He didn't. He set the rookie record, like I was saying. He joins Nolan Ryan, but the bullpen didn't let him finish a game, so he did not get a no-hitter, which he was on a tear, so he probably could have. I mean, you saw he had 2 more innings. I feel like you could have let him finish it, but that's my opinion. But the bullpen had another idea. So next, we're going to go to the Orioles, first in American League East. Today, this series, we're going against the Yankees. Important series for us to win at least one, because if we win at least one, then we'll be tied by the end of the series. But you want to win 2 or more. The Yankees are just behind us, but if we can just keep keeping that lead up, we can finish really, I think, second. I think there might be a team in the American League maybe a little bit better than us, but honestly, we've been having some struggles. Some games we have been having some rough ones, like we're losing 19-8 to the Athletics, 11-2 to the Rangers. We got blown out by the Astros, 3-0 sweep against us. Like, we've been having some rough runs, but we've also been winning a lot. I mean, Cubs just swept us too. That's not good, but we can bring it back. Like, this series is the most important probably in a while. I mean, the Rangers are important to beat too because they knocked us out of the playoffs, so it's more of a revenge thing. But for right now, the biggest games to win are against the Yankees just because they're right on our tails. I think we can beat them. I think we might be able to get 2. We've done it. We've done it before. So, the MLB playoff standings, the Cleveland Guardians for Central are the top, 57 wins, 35 losses. Baltimore Orioles for the East, 57 wins, 36 losses. The Seattle Mariners for the West, 52 wins, 43 losses. So those are the leaders. And then the wild card, you have New York Yankees, 56 wins, 39 losses. The Minnesota Twins, 53 wins, 40 losses. And then the Boston Red Sox, 51 wins and 41 losses. And then like the first 2 just outside are the Kansas City Royals, 51 wins, 43 losses. And then the Houston Astros, 49 wins, 44 losses. And then for the NL, National League, that was American League, but National League now, Philadelphia Phillies, 61 wins, 32 losses. They're on a tear. They're the best team in the league right now, but usually they choke. Sorry, Phillies fans, but you choke most of the time. 61 wins, 52 losses. Dodgers, 55 wins, 39 losses. Milwaukee Brewers, 54 wins, 40 losses. And then you have Atlanta Braves in the wild card part, 51 wins, 41 losses. 48 Cardinals, 48 wins, 44 losses. The Mets, actually, 47 wins, 54 losses. And then the two teams outside are the Padres, 49 wins, 47 losses. Diamondbacks, 47 wins, 47 losses. And then I'm just going to throw Pittsburgh in there real quick because they're close. 45 wins, 48 losses. So Pittsburgh can have some good games, keep winning. They can possibly get in there. But it's a little bit of a struggle, but they can do it. I want the Orioles to win the whole thing. I'm an Orioles fan, so I honestly think they could possibly win the whole thing. They have a shot at it, but you never know. Phillies are looking really good. You can't argue against that. They have the most wins in the league by a long shot. They're up 4 wins on every team, which I guess isn't a long shot, but you could see how it is a long shot. So I think that the Phillies and Orioles will be the top 2 teams going into the playoffs, because the Guardians, I think Orioles will get up a little bit. And if we do good against the Yankees, I think we can possibly end with the best record in the AL league. But we're going to have some good competition. But Phillies probably end up with the best record in the Major League Baseball. And then the Dodgers and Brewers in the NL side will kind of be fighting for that spot, for the second spot, while the Orioles and Guardians will probably be, and the Yankees will probably be fighting for those top 1, 2, 3 spots, because I don't see any team really catching up unless the Twins go crazy, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think in the National League, unless the Phillies just go through a major slump, I don't see any team catching up to them, but the Dodgers and the Brewers will be really fighting for that second or third spot, because I don't think anyone in the National League will catch up to them unless the Braves go crazy. But there's still another whole half of the year, basically, so anything can happen in baseball, so you never know. But I don't think personally that many teams are going to catch up. Orioles, they just went crazy. Okay. We've been going crazy with the All-Stars. We have so many players in the All-Star League now, and not All-Star League, All-Star Game. You have Santander, who just got in. We need to get Craig Kimbrell in there. You have Gunnar Henderson. So, in the All-Star Game, the Orioles have Corbin Burns, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Anthony Santander, and Jordan Westburg. We're riddling it with Orioles. You're going to see so many Orioles hats, you're going to think the Orioles are just playing the All-Star Game. I'm joking. But we need Craig Kimbrell in there. We're solid. That's what we need. But honestly, we're doing really good. I think we need to just start getting that winning streak back, and we'll be totally fine. Leaders in the stats for batting, I'm just going to say these real quick. Gunnar Henderson, .288 average. Gunnar Henderson in runs, 77 runs. Gunnar Henderson home runs, 27. Gunnar Henderson in RBIs, 61. And then stolen bases goes to Cedric Mullins. But pitching, Grayson Rodriguez, 11 wins. Craig Kimbrell, 23 saves. Corbin Burns, 2.43 ERA. Strikeouts, Corbin Burns, 110. And then Corbin Burns in whip, 1.24. So we're doing good all around. Corbin Burns is I think second right now in American League for the C.Y. Young Award. So Orioles are really whooping some butt. But I'd love for him to win the C.Y. Young, but I think he can win it. But some of our other pitchers, they were kind of shaky a little recently. But we just need to tighten up the rings a little bit, and we'll be fine. I don't think there's too much wrong that's going on, but thank you guys for watching. This has been an episode of JB Sports, and Have a great Friday and have a great weekend. Thank you and bye.